It's good to see you guys again. To this video, I want to talk about inventory. I think it's something that a lot of people who are trying to get into the resale business, they don't talk about too much, because I think that it's something that's overlooked and nobody wants to deal with it, especially inventory. In accounting, when I was in school, inventory was big. Is one of the biggest things, because you want to have a balance in your inventory. You don't want to have too much. You don't want to have too little for your customers. And once you go into the whole reselling hype items, it could get really tricky, because items are so scarce that you're not going to be able to find some items sometimes. And some customers want something from you, you don't have it, or you don't know you didn't have it, or you do have it but you don't know. So having an inventory of your stuff that you have to resell is really important, because it's the bloodline of your business. You know what are you able to sell. So keeping managing that part is really important. So I'm just gonna give you 3 tips that I use to keep that balance of my inventory. Welcome to SimpleChew. I'm your host, Hank. And the first tip that I want to give you guys about managing your inventory is that having inventory could get really expensive, especially if you are running your business out of your house or your apartment or whatever, because you need storage and you're going to need space for all the stuff that you buy eventually. So the good thing about selling hype items is that it's so scarce that most of the time, I don't even have inventory for a lot of stuff, because I resell it so quickly. Because I'm the type of reseller that is almost like a day trader, where I'm selling like every day, or anything that comes in just in time. Sometimes it's called in the accounting world, anything that just comes in through the mail that I just order, I'm just reselling the same day, because I don't want to have the inventory at my place, because I live in a small apartment and I don't want to keep a lot of stuff. So whatever's coming in to my apartment, I'm reselling really quickly. I'm not even holding anything. And it's really important to know that whatever you're buying is gonna resell really quickly. So you don't want to buy things that you think in your mind that it's gonna be reselling, because if you think that it's gonna be reselling, or you think it's gonna be, even if you're like an expert in the whole field, you're gonna be wrong. You're definitely gonna be wrong, and then you're gonna be holding a pair of sneakers or a jacket or something, and then you have to find storage for it. You have to keep it in good condition, bag it up, wrap your sneakers, because things are gonna happen to the item that is gonna deteriorate, and then once you try to resell it, the buyer is not gonna be like, I don't want it anymore, because it looks like somebody used it. It looks kind of beat up. It looks like it wasn't properly stored. So that's something to think about, that if you're gonna be doing any type of business, even if you're not doing a resale, know that the product that you're buying, know how to store it if you're gonna be storing it, because things go bad really quickly. Even with sneakers and all that, I have sneakers that especially foam pods that I kept, and I didn't kept it in a real good storage situation where they turn yellow, because they have that glassy bottom and they turn yellow. And once I show it to any seller, they're like, oh, this look used, they don't look clean anymore, so they don't buy, or they lowball me, it just makes sense. So you need to be careful with that. The second tip is to write everything down that you're buying, even if it hasn't arrived to your place. It's a good idea to write down what you have bought, how much you pay for it, how much is going for it, how much you're willing to sell it for. Super important to keep track of that, because you don't want to buy a sneaker for $100, then it's going for $300, but when you receive it, it went down to $90. So you want to keep track, and then you want to try to resell it, and somebody's offering $50, and because you're kind of pressured, you take the 50 without even realizing that you're losing 50. So it's something that writing it down just helps you know what you have, know how much you pay for. And the third tip that I use is the first in, first out kind of approach or method in the accounting world. They call it the first LIFO, FIFO. There's 2 different ones, but I focus on the first in, first out, where anything that's coming in first, I'm selling it first, kind of thing. If I receive something that didn't sell well, I made a mistake where it's not hype anymore by the time it comes to me, that stuff I usually sell it last, or I just keep it in storage and then just wait to see if it's gonna go up in price. If it doesn't, I return it. Usually if I buy it from Nike, I return stuff if it's not selling, because I don't want to keep holding it. I don't know what's gonna happen, and I don't want to keep that expense. I don't want to take that hit of buying something that's not hype anymore. I just return it. I don't really care. But anything that I receive that LIFO, it just helps me have that control of, I know that this is coming first, I want to get rid of it as fast as I can, so I don't even have any inventory at the end of the day, because I don't want it. You guys definitely don't want it. I'm telling you right now, you don't want inventory. If you are holding things and you have like nice storage areas and you wrap it like Fight Club or any of those stores, you're gonna increase the life shelf of the item, but you don't want to risk it, especially if you're starting out. You don't want to risk having inventory and getting things dusty and rusty, and combine it with your clothes, and then you wash something. You don't want that trouble. You just want to keep moving products out, and not keeping anything in. If you buy something for yourself, that's the whole different thing. But if you buy something to resell and it doesn't sell, and then you're like kind of stuck, and you eventually like the item, you can keep it and then see if it sells later. But if you're taking it really serious, you want my approach is first in, first out. No questions. No, I'm not holding anything. I don't care if item's gonna resell in 3 months for more than is reselling now. I'm not even thinking about long term of a lot of these items. As soon as the item hits my apartment, is going out. It's getting resold, because it's something that I don't want to deal with. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I help you guys deal with your inventory situation. If you have one, if you don't get one, is my own suggestion. I've been doing accounting and reselling I'm doing accounting for the past 11 years, and I do reselling for the past 6 years. If you're kind of into this kind of stuff, investing and reselling items and any accounting principles, even tax, doing your personal taxes, I recommend you to subscribe. Also share it with one of your friends that you might think this might help, this information. I appreciate that. And always remember, guys, to keep it simple.